3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Warbird Wednesday. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum, and today we are headed further down trainer land in the kind of the between wars periods, the 20s and the 30s, and we are going over now to the Japanese with their most prolific trainer of the period. But first, my Jejune assistant. It is so hot in Palm Springs that the goose is literally cooked. Is that what you're trying to tell me here? I will go ahead and toss that off camera. Look at that, man. That's probably a good effect right over the lens. I don't know. We'll see. So today we're going to talk about that K5Y. This is, of course, a Boeing product, but it allows me to fill my hands. I'll go ahead and throw that up in a plan view. Greg can throw the plan view up of the K5Y. Now the K5Y, performance-wise, another 120 mile an hour trainer. Its allied code name was Willow, if you can think about that. It was an unequal span trainer, like we've talked about, that unequal wing. First flight was in 1933. It was introduced in 1934. Now get this, Jason, get this. There were 5,770 of these guys built. These were a lot of trainers. This is absolutely amazing how many trainers that the Japanese built with this. The nickname for this was the Red Dragonfly, and the Japanese nicknamed it that. Why was that, Jason? That was because all Japanese training aircraft in that period were bright orange. So it got to be named the Red Dragonfly. Now, interestingly enough, there was also a float plane version of this built, and this particular aircraft was the mainstay of the Japanese Navy's training program in the interwar period. It was pivotal, but it did not, I'm going to bring it back around at the end, it did not end there. This is one of these aircraft that actually went on and saw combat in World War II. This one quite decisively right at the end of the war. So with that, I'm going to put my Boeing product down and work to my salute. Did you ever see the Caine Mutiny, Jason, where the interwar captains and all the military guys that kept the interwar period, especially for the United States, especially for the Navy in the Pacific, was a tough duty because basically people forgot about the military. The United States was still expanding, but the Navy in the Pacific had a very tough job. They had a lot of area to cover. They didn't have the resources. Nobody really cared about them. And all these peacetime soldiers got put into, especially these Navy guys, got thrown into the cauldron at the start of World War II with Pearl Harbor, but that doesn't really give them, they were the base, the bedrock, right, for the larger expanded Navy, and nobody ever gives them the credit that's due. You got to remember, right after Pearl Harbor, what did the American aircraft carriers do? They didn't hide in Pearl Harbor. They went out looking for the Japanese fleet and actually started flying strike missions against the Japanese within a few weeks after the war started. The United States Navy did not sit on its hands, and this was all these pre-war folks that formed the basis for the Navy that was to come, that was going to win the war. And we're going to salute those gallant sailors with an interesting bottle today, absinthe, a botanical soda. Ooh, that's interesting. Original, non-alcoholic, created, loved, demonized, and banned That's on the bottle. That's interesting. So we will see. Let's see. 150 calories. Let's see. I don't see pure cane sugar on this. This is interesting. So to all those interwar Navy folks in the United States Navy that provided the basis that would allow us to go on and actually win World War II, and this popped a little bit, I salute you. Floor cleaner. That's what it's like when you spray Fantastic and you get a little bit of it in your mouth, or cleaner. That's, this is disgusting. Jason's enjoying it again. He's smiling. This is absolutely gross. One more sip. Oh, that's nasty stuff. You scored again there, my jejune assistant. Now, the interesting thing about the K5Y was, of those 5,770 units, now you're gonna hear some familiar names. They actually farmed out a bunch of the production. Kawanishi did about 60 of them, and then they farmed it out to Hitachi, Mitsubishi, Nippon, and Fuji, if you can believe that. So think about all of those companies that we have come to. They survived the war, in the end of World War II. They make all kinds of other things now, but at the time, what were they building? Japanese Navy trainers. So that's amazing. Now, a number of these aircraft at the end of the war fell into derelict. And I've always wondered, at the end of the war, especially with the Axis powers, there were so many aircraft that just got pushed to the wayside. And we've talked about the French and some of the other folks picking up 262s, the Swiss, and the FWN-90s, and no parts. This aircraft, the derelict, was no different. And guess who flew them? The Indonesians flew them, and actually flew strike missions. Now, the dark side of this aircraft is that this one sunk in a kamikaze attack, which I'm really shocked that a biplane pulled this off. Sunk the USS Callahan in July 1945, and that had the distinction of being the last U.S. warship that was lost in the war. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Now, so going back to the backbone and the salute of the United States Navy, God bless those sailors on the USS Callahan. Now, if you want to amaze your friends, you can do this. But this is actually a great puzzle, suitable for framing. Jason makes them, puts them all over our offices and frames them as he sings and dances through the hallways. This one is really cool. It's got the kids living out their dream. The Palm Springs Air Museum, where dreams take flight, right, Jason? I mean, think about that. So click on that link, get this puzzle. This is a really good one, a slice of Americana, as those kids are dreaming about aviation. We cannot do all of this without your bucks, like these restorations. So click on that link, give us a few dollars. We can certainly use it, a few dinero. If you came across us on YouTube or Facebook and you like what you see, which is one take aircraft Warbird videos, and we try to stay within genres, forward us to one of your friends, tell them about what you like about us. If you can get past the hat and the sometimes lethal drink, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. Give us a comment. As I've said, this entire segment came as a suggestion from a subscriber. Also on these videos, we have our education links. If you would like to teach those kiddos at home, click on those links. Those education guides are free. You can teach them one segment, or you can teach them a whole series of things about the humanities, about engineering. There's those links to those education guides. You can download anything you like. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.